Talk about your Psalms, talk about John 3:16. Austin 3:16 says I just whipped your ass.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications. And once you're done, leave a comment down below and I just might end up responding. There's nothing to save a dying wrestling career on its last branch like a well-placed gimmick change, and while not all of them work out, Terry Taylor to the Red Goddamn Rooster, sometimes they do fantastic, mean Mark Callis to the Goddamn Undertaker. I'm D Wicket and these are 10 wrestlers whose gimmick change saved their entire career. Number 10, Kane. He was the goddamn Christmas creature. What the hell even is that?
Now, let's get into the action here. This is the Christmas creature. He is huge.
Kane really has become the go-to example of a gimmick change working wonders for a man's career, because while it took Glenn Jacobs about 16 tries, he did eventually become a megastar. It just took him a few years, as, you know, Isaac Yankem DDS, the scary dentist, or a few months as Fake Diesel, and of course, who could forget the infamous, the legendary, the Christmas creature.
Prentice, would you go over there, would you? Christmas creature picks up Trey Keller. Drops down on him with a big elbow.
Yeah, it's seriously amazing that the wonderful work of Kane had to wait through all of that non-long-term bullshit to even come to fruition.
But I tell you what, he may be dressed in Christmas colors, but he is certainly not have the Christmas spirit.
Number 9, Batista. While the eventual Animal went on to join Evolution, rise to the top of the card, and become one of the most decorated professional wrestlers of his decade, that was all sort of plan B for that eventual Animal. Plan A involved a little bit less success and a bit more Devon Dudley than before.
What the? Who is that? It's a very big, mean-looking dude.
While Triple H and Ric Flair would eventually be guiding his career forward, there were a few blessed months where Dave Batista was walking around as Deacon Batista with a big chain and a ridiculous need to squeeze the shit out of that box thing he always carried around. I don't know what this is all about. This one's just kind of goofy.
Put your hands together for Deacon Batista. Look at the sun. You must have some good gyms in church.
Number 8, CM Punk. It's fair to rank this one pretty low because while the pipe bomb was inarguably character defining, it's not like CM wasn't already a made man pre-2011. That July promo definitely elevated his stock, like a lot, but did it necessarily save his career from imminent doom? It's hard to tell, but probably not likely.
Gravitate towards Jeff because it's the easy way out. It's easier to be weak like Jeff because you sure can't be strong like me.
What is for sure is that tweaking Punk from the straight edge savior de facto Nexus leader into the hard-hitting microphone warrior of truth who just delivered straight bars on the microphone every week, something you can tell they had to just let him go out there and do. Yeah, that's like one of the best things that ever happened to his career.
Answer this question. How many times did you say, well, you know, I just don't think he has what it takes while you're lying in bed with your wife?
Number 7, Edge. He used to just be that tall dude who screamed a lot, and that's kind of whack.
I mean, he's either screaming at the top of his lungs or he's a hard man to get close to. I can assure you that. Look at this. Seemingly on the edge.
Edge pre-rated R always seemed odd to a guy who started watching later on like me, but it feels like something's just kind of missing from his personality-wise up until like 05, 06. Maybe it's got something to do with how it all started for the big man, which includes, well, yeah, being the tall dude who screamed a lot. JR often referred to him as a lost or spited soul upon his debut, and I guess that works well enough for any Hall of Fame career start, I guess.
And look at this great move. Oh, man, big service all over the top. And the Edge with tremendous force.
Number 6, Bray Wyatt. I guess this one could be debatable, as the transformation from Husky Harrison to Bray Wyatt arguably gave us one of the biggest wasted booking opportunities in a long time, but we'd still call his work there a step up from the engine of a Lamborghini inside a fucking steel tank or whatever the hell they tried calling him.
I got this.
This is my time.
I got this.
Cody, this is my time.
Husky,
hold up, your time is coming, and I'm telling these people why.
Bray's gone through some reinvention over the years and is currently the best thing happening on Monday or Tuesday nights not named R-Truth or Drake Maverick, so hopefully this last Firefly-related change puts Bray all the way back over into the limelight.
This is the Firefly Funhouse, and my name is Bray Wyatt.
Number 5, The New Day.
The Jamaican sensation done come back one more time, baby!
Try to imagine a world where everything took place exactly the same over the last 5 years, except Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, and Big E Langston never came together for any reason. Instead of the New Day, Kofi would go on to defend his place in the mid-card for another 17 years, Xavier Woods would play his lonely trumpet and tears in his eyes on a nightly basis, and Big E would keep the name Langston and never go anywhere, ever. And that's the darkest timeline, folks.
Enough with the timeline crap!
This is pretty much what would have happened without the New Day, though, and thankfully we live in our current timeline, currently, the one where the New Day did take Kofi all the way to Mania, and he is still reaping the benefits till this day.
Yeah!
We didn't go back far enough.
No! Leave me here! 2009 was my best year! Leave me here!
Number 4, Triple H. Terra Rising. Everything about those two words is trash. For those who don't know, Triple H got a start in WCW under the name Terra Rising. Terra Rising. That is terrible, but that is not all. Because once he dipped on that name during his transition to the WWF, he didn't just go from Terra Rising to Triple H. No, he's not there yet. He's Hunter Hearst Helmsley, as we knew him then. Well, he was more of a Connecticut blue blood type, the rich, snobby asshole, the kind of dickhead you'd kind of expect a guy like Triple H to look like to begin with, actually. While he could play that character to a T, it was his transition into the game, the not really better half of D-Generation X, that really took him to superstardom.
Terra Rising into the midsection. Good blows that time. He was right on target.
Number 3, John Cena. It's kind of crazy to think about John Cena pre-John Cena. You say that name now, you don't even necessarily think of the man himself. Sometimes I just think of superheroes in general, and I don't think I can even be blamed. That's just what his name calls to mind now. Hell, it even kind of sounds like it. If only I could have had the spoiler of what Cena would become when he was still in his coming stages, like when he was rapping at Eric Bischoff's Halloween party and it became his gimmick for over a full year.
And then I dare you to run around and cause a scare. Give people the shakes and make them change their underwear. I'm on top, it's my fault that you're under there. You want a bear?
Or even before that, when he went by the half-man, half-robot named the goddamn Prototype. Yikes.
It's time for you to quit. Ain't no place for a 500-pound talking piece of...
Number 2, Steve Austin. Now, the Hollywood Blondes, the team of Steve Austin and Brian Pillman, was fantastic. The two worked together incredulously and proved that without a doubt both men had the talent to take them very far, but Pillman's unfortunate real-life tragedy would cut their angle against each other a little bit short.
I've shown everyone in World Championship Wrestling that no one can beat Stunning Steve Austin. I'll be the United States champion.
After this, Austin's character had to take some direction, and soon the Rattlesnake sumbitch would be born somewhere around King of the Ring 1996. Now, I'm not saying he wouldn't have been great doing the same Hollywood Blonde-esque role after his WCW stint, but maybe it's for the better that he became Stone Cold Steve Austin, you know, the most popular wrestler of all fucking time.
Talk about your Psalms, talk about John 3:16. Austin 3:16 says I just whipped your ass.
But number 1, it's The Rock. Austin's gimmick change was undeniably more important in the long term, as it actually saved the WWF in the Monday Night Wars, but Rocky Maivia's gimmick change itself, way more vital to the success of this guy as an individual. I mean, dude, die Rocky die. This was a common chant just months before turning Dwayne Johnson heel, and he was supposed to be one of the hottest sensations in the company by that time.
In arenas across the country, I heard chants of Rocky sucks.
Things obviously were not panning out for a babyface Rocky Maivia, so he ended up joining up with the Nation, infamously turning on the audience, started referring to himself in third person as The Rock, and history writes itself from that point onwards.
I got 3 words. Die, Rocky, die. That's the gratitude I get from you pieces of crap.
And those are 10 wrestlers whose gimmick change saved their career. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments down below after liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and notifications-ing that bell.
Peace, I gotta go about the hot wife's bike.